I'm holding in my hands what is actually quite a heavy steel mirror case. We can even see if we move it slightly, I hope you can see the watered pattern, the watered steel. This is made of very high quality steel, and then with the addition of gold in this sort of trailing leaf scroll pattern along the edges. Even before we've opened this object, we can tell that from that weight and from the gold used here that this is an incredibly high quality object, which may well have been, owned by someone maybe even at that elite courtly level. And I should also add, as I'm opening it, that it would have been made in the 19th century. So when we open it, we see, first of all, on the left, a mirror. We've still got the original mirror here. And then on the right, we've got this portrait of Emam Ali. Again, beautifully painted, clearly a very high quality depiction of Ali. And we can tell that it's Ali. We recognize him. His halo, which is beautifully, delicately painted, is indicating his position. He's also depicted seated, kneeling like this on the ground in a number of other portraits of this period, so we're used to seeing him in that position. He is also commonly depicted with a sword, although interestingly here, we don't see him with the usual bifurcated sword, so obviously he's known for his sword that had that double point, and that's not depicted here, which is interesting, but he is still depicted with a sword. And as well as recognizing him, I'd say, from the way that he's depicted and from the pose, we can also recognize him from the inscription, the two halves of which are in these two cartouches here. Again, the inscription is high quality, and it's actually on the blue of the inscription is painted over gold. And the inscription is the one commonly associated with Ali, which is believed to have been said by the Prophet Muhammad. La fata ila Ali, la sayfun ila Zulfaqar. So there is no better man, there is no man like Ali, and there is no sword other than Zulfaqar, which is Ali's sword. And on top of that, we've actually got another inscription, which is maybe a bit more difficult to see because it's tiny. Down here below the figure of Imam Ali, we've got raqam-e Jaʿfar ibn Najaf-ʿAli. So that's the signature of the painter, who we don't know that much more about him. That's definitely an avenue of future research. But so he's called Jaʿfar, the son of Najaf-ʿAli. And actually all the other details around the painting are beautifully executed as well. These corner decorations and the sort of niche within which Imam Ali is sitting. So just to wrap up, I want to touch briefly on the use of this object, which I have to say is something that, again, I think we still have questions around it, but I think we can, as I say, it's an incredibly high quality object. We can imagine that this was owned by an elite individual who would have been able to use this object to contemplate perhaps the virtues, the good characteristics of Imam Ali, and contemplate himself at the same time in the mirror. So obviously Imam Ali, and this is emphasized here by the inscription, was a figure of chivalry, and he was a subject of emulation at this time. So this would have allowed the viewer to contemplate him as well as themselves.